Hey, and welcome back for another coding tutorial. Today I'm going to continue on with the mini series related to the JavaScript array methods that we've been covering. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to ensure that you don't miss out on any future coding tutorials. And if you'd like to see more like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use the filter array method in JavaScript. So what is the filter array method? The filter array method creates an array filled with all the array elements that pass a test. So this test is basically a function which checks each value or element in the array against a condition. So that will be the callback function, which we will take a look at in a second. So just like the map function from the previous tutorial, the filter method does not change the original array. Instead, it will actually just create a new one. So let's take a look at how it works. So the first thing we're going to need is an array of elements or items. So first of all, I'm going to show you how the filter works with some numbers. So let's set up an array of ages. And in here, we're going to have a range of numbers relating to ages of people or animals or whatever. So I've set up my array 2, 5, 8, 11, 12, 15, 20, 21 and 29. So let's say that we wanted to create an array with all of the ages where it is an adult age, for example over the age of 18. We can clearly see that there are 3 here. However, we can use the filter array method in JavaScript to pull out these values, these array items or elements, and place them inside their own array, because the filter method does not change the original array. So how do we do this? We can set up a new array called adult ages, and we can just call the filter method on the ages array. And you can see here that it is taking in a function, and that function expects a value, index, and array. All we need to focus on is the value. However, it's good practice to include the index in case we need to use it. So let's create a function here called checkAge. And this is going to take in a value, which will be age, and an index. So what our function needs to return is if the age is greater than or equal to 18. So we can easily just return age greater than or equal to 18, and this will return a true if this condition is met, and it will return a false if it is not met. So what a filter basically does is it checks each element in the array or item in the array. In this case, it's going to check the age in each position in the array and check it against a condition. And our condition is held within this function here. And our condition is if the age is greater than or equal to 18. So we can put our function in here. And if we just console log our new array and then run this bit of code, you can see that the filter method has basically checked every age within this array and returned the ages that are greater than or equal to 18 and stored it inside this adult ages array. And based on the output here, you can see that it's outputted the 20, 21 and 29. So we can simplify this again, just like any other JavaScript array method, using the nice new JavaScript syntax. So instead of passing in the checkAge function here, what we can do here is just say age, arrow function, age greater than or equal to 18. And what that is saying is basically if the current age is greater than or equal to 18, return true. So let's save that and run this. And you can see that we've got the exact same output again. So we can get rid of this function. And we now have it on 2 lines of code. So another example for you is if we had an array of cars. and each car was represented by an object. For example, make Ford model Focus, and is this car for sale? And let's say false, and let's create another car object, and let's call this one Ford with a model Fiesta. And is this one for sale? No. And one more, let's say we have a Nissan and the model is Accord. And is this one for sale? Yes, it is. So we've got an array of 3 objects. Each object is a car, which holds the make, model, and if the car is for sale or not. And what we can do with the JavaScript filter array method is we can pull out the car or cars which have the true flag on the for sale attribute. So let's say const cars for sale equals cars.filter, and we'll just do the shorthand way, car.for-sale. So this is basically checking if the car.for-sale is true, return true. And let's console log our new array and run this piece of code, and you can see that the filter array has returned the object that has the for sale set to true and stored it inside this cars for sale array. And this is a really simple way of pulling out certain array elements or items based on a condition. So to remember what the filter function or method does in JavaScript, just think of it as you're running a test against each element or item in the array. So if this video has helped you understand the filter method in JavaScript, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to ensure that you don't miss out on any future coding tutorials. I'll see you in the next video.